Hello and welcome back to our channel. Of course, in today's video I am reviewing your favorite drama, and that is X-repo. Now guys, before we get into the review, there is just one thing that Moja Love shows highlights about us black people, is that we are struggling, and not that we are struggling financially, we're just struggling as people. We're struggling to get along, we're struggling to build a healthy community. We are struggling, okay? It's difficult within the black community just to build a healthy black community. May it be marriage, may it be friendships, may it be neighbors, may it be anything that's just involve a community. I shame. No, siyahlulega. Anyway, in today's video, we met this handsome man. He's old enough to be my father, okay? But I just want to respect him. We met this handsome, young, rather beautiful man with X. So he does say here that he has a problem with his neighbor. So it seems like he was moving, maybe going back to, because it appears that they are in Soweto. So it appears that maybe he was moving, going back to Giyani. So he does say here that he therefore had furniture that he needed to accommodate, couch, TV and a TV stand. Therefore, he asked his friend, his neighbor, someone who's very close by his house, to say, listen, could you please help me out by accommodating my things, my couch, my this and my that. Of course, the friend took it up to say, no. Of course, I will help you. You are like a brother to me. And if you need assistance, I am here to help you out. So he therefore gave the friend the couches and everything. Now listen to where the story gets me to be like, what's happening within the black community. Later on, he go back and ask this person, go say, listen, I need those things back. The person refuses and say, listen, you're not going to get your couches. You're not going to get anything. You have to pay me rent. This was never the agreement. That, listen, I'm going to use your place as a storeroom. Because I understand that you can actually rent a storeroom and keep your things there and all that, but that was never the agreement. It was never ever the agreement. It's never what they agreed on. And why would you change on your neighbor like that? Why? It's scary, guys. Like, where is something called ubuntu? When a neighbor, this is legit how I grew up, you guys. When a neighbor needs something from you, you offer them. Because that is called Ubuntu. I don't understand why the agreement initially was, listen, help me keep my things. And he does say that he told him to say, listen, you will use these things, okay? You're not just going to store them in your house. Use the couches, use the TV and all that. But later on, when I need those things back, I need them back. But Kesana, people nowadays are scary. Like, they are scary, and I do not want to say this. People are scary, guys. Because we always see people who were in a relationship fighting, and you will assume that probably they are fighting now because things did not end well. When a relationship end, it most likely means one part was hurt, okay? Or both parties was hurt. So probably you will assume that no, probably it's because another person was deeply hurt, so therefore the relationship is ending. But with friends, with neighbors, why would you just double cross each other like that? Like, guys, for me, I'm just like, what is happening within the black community? Something is seriously happening within our black community, and we are not addressing this, okay? We are not. So again, now he goes back, he's looking for whatever that he's looking for, his things, the couches and that. He found out that his neighbor has actually been using the couches and he does not want to give them back. Listen to what they do. They take each other to court And I am like, what? These people are neighbors. These people are neighbors and they are taking each other to court. This must be, I don't know, guys. Like, I don't know. Like, it's crazy. They go to courts, they get court orders, they got sermon, they got hearings, they got hayibona ngama sofa nje. Like, listen, ngama sofa and TV. Yay. I don't even want to say how much they are worth, but they're probably not worth that all the drama of going to courts. They are just not worth it. I'm like, yeah, black people. I'm like, yeah. Now I understand. Because yeah, us as black people, us as blacks, we need deliverance. We need Jesus. We need deliverance. Because Haibo Nakaizin, like, please make it make sense. Make it make sense that why would the neighbor do all that, go through all that trouble, just refuse to give this other neighbor what belongs to him? For what reason? Like, even going to an extent of going to court, this just makes me wonder, were these couches worth 100K? Where the couches and the TV and everything else get combined worth at least 100,000? Because you cannot tell me that you went through all that trouble for 15K, for 20K. No, going to court. Imagine all the ups and downs of being summoned into court, sit through the hearing, this and that. Say, yo, guys, I don't understand. Like, I do not understand. And you can tell that sincerely when he's explaining his story, honestly, he thought that his friend was keeping the couches for him whilst he's using them, so that when he is in a better position to go back and collect the couches, he will get that, okay? But the friend should have made it clear, guys, that no, you're not going to get such a service for free. Which I understand, guys. People pay to actually store their belongings. This is how things, Sana. You don't just get things for free. That I absolutely get. But maybe the miscommunication was never there. But for them to take to each other, to take each other up and down in court, this and that, like, that was just like unnecessary. Like, it was not necessary for whatsoever reason that might have been. It was just not necessarily, okay, considering that they're neighbors as well. So anyway, we get to meet Umsolwa, the accused, in a blue shirt. Wow, as soon as X walks in, you know how they are. He was just like, listen, I'm not going to entertain your ex. And before you know it, the neighbors are at each other's throat, fighting now. Yeah, I told you that I'm going to come and collect my things. What did you say? Well, what were you thinking? Yeah, now I'm here, He does, however, say that they've been into court. This is a court matter now, and I feel like Vele Mojolove always deals with the court case rather. As long as the court has given you a go ahead to say go collect, it is yours, then that's when Mojolove steps in, or rather X-repo steps in. So he does say, no, this is a court thing. The court did said that he must come and collect, and he has been waiting for him to come and collect his belongings. And indeed, shame, we do see that the couches have been moved outside. And this says, Uguti, maybe perhaps the neighbor did say, hey, that one will come and collect his belongings and he will find them outside. But the neighbor is just like, they are not talking to each other anymore. They are not talking to each other anymore. And these people legit are neighbors. You understand that when you can just easily call your neighbor and say, Maki, Iza uzolanda into zakho. You get that, but they are not speaking to each other. So the other guy did not know whether it's okay for him to go and collect whatever that he had to go and collect. He honestly did not know. And the other one also was like, I'm not going to tell him. Whenever, if ever he needs these things, he's just going to find them here outside. Yo, guys, this is so sad. It's so sad because now the relationship between these two has broken. And sometimes, sometimes guys, like, it's best and wise, because I know so many friendship that have been broken or that broke up simply by this behavior of asking a favor. Sometimes, guys, when you have a problem, it's best to stay with your problem. As whether problems, it's best to sit with your problems, sit within your problems, acknowledge your problems, be within your problems, and never ever 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 ask for help from anyone, because that's the start of the problem. And I know I was here talking about ubuntu nanani, and vele nje, some of us as black people, we no longer know what does that word mean anymore. We don't, because tell me why these two neighbors are fighting like this. But guys, honestly speaking, sometimes no matter how big your problem is, no matter how you feel like like I'm drowning in problems, I need help, it's best to sit and think long and hard. Rather go to God, go to God, confide in God, because God will never go around and shame you with your problems. Like, honestly, guys, the sooner and the better you understand that God will never go around and shame you with my problems, and He is legit the best person, the best fit person that I can actually go to and confide in with wherever and whenever I'm having problems. So going back to the storyline, it happens that now these neighbors are fighting. The other one is like, when you are this, when you are that, when everyone in this neighborhood hates you, no one likes you, and you just have been a bad person. And he's like, you have been. And you're not the blue shirt guy. He does say, which, no, I don't know what you're talking about, but I have never, not even once, stopped you from coming to collect your things, okay? He's like, no, I came here and you were not around, so therefore what should I have done? Because you were not around, what should I have done? He's like, no, stop lying. I was around. You should have came and collected your things, and you did not come and collect your things. So now you want to come here and act victim. So when they were talking inside his yard, he kept on wanting to go outside. And to me, it appears that he wanted to make like a show so that everyone else in the streets will know that X-repo was around and people were fighting. To me, that's how everything else strike me as, like, that he wanted to make this big hula hoop, and everybody kept on talking to him. Say, we are here inside your yard. Why do you keep on stepping outside your yard? Why do you want this thing to be now a public thing, or now everybody must see? No, we are not here to make a show. We are here to get some answers, okay? He gets on saying he does not care. The guy must take his things, right? The only thing that he cares about is that there was someone by the court, they were given court orders, this and that were given, okay? And he does, in a way, say that he also wants his TV. And he's like, listen, you're not going to get the TV. So it appears about the TV story that the court actually said that the guy will not be getting an actual TV, and the person rather would pay him 2,000 for the TV, okay? He does say, no, listen, I want my 2,000 back, I want it back. And then he's like, listen, he's very rude, guys. This guy in blue shirt is very, 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 very rude, okay? He does say that he can pay the 2,000 only if he wants to, but if this other man who actually wants his belongings, if he keeps on coming with attitude in his house and come with people and all that, if he likes, he may not even give him that 2,000. He may make sure that he struggles to get the 2,000. I mean, that's very rude. Like, that's beyond being rude. Like, that's rude. And I get why now they don't get along, because he's so rude. And he kept on calling people to come and attest to his story, that he actually had he was waiting for the guy to come and collect his things. It's actually his fault that his things are never collected, you know. And one thing that I liked about X was like, listen, you guys are neighbors, you stay in the same streets. Perhaps let's find a way where we can solve this amicably, of which really that's what needs to happen, you know. It needs to be solved, but amicably. Yo. Shame the guy in the blue shirt was not willing. The guy in the blue shirt was not willing, you know, and it's end up just being a huge hula hoop where now they're pointing at each other with fingers, like, and I'm just like, hi, guys, saying, what are really, honestly, these people fighting for couches? For couches that are probably worth 10,000, like those couches are not that expensive. They are probably most likely worth 10,000. That's how much they are worth. They are not that expensive at all, and that's what they are fighting for, and that's crazy. That's so crazy because legit, these men, they wanted to strangle each other at some point. At some point, they almost strangled each other. But yeah, the guy in a blue t-shirt is very rude. Shame, I have to say that he is rude. You know, especially about that comment that he made about him, that he may not even want, or he may not even pay the 2,000 that is remaining, as the court order has said it, that the latest that it must be paid, it must be the 30th of June. And it seems like obviously X can't do anything about that, you know, cannot force him to pay the 2,000 rands because the date has not elapsed, you know, the date has not elapsed. And I really don't understand the role of this girl. Why was she coming to explain the fact that they have been waiting for him to come and collect his belongings? He just chose not to come. But why would you go to someone else's yard place when you feel like you are being threatened by this person, when this person clearly makes it seem like they don't want you in their place, they don't want you in their yard, they just don't want you, and you're still gonna go? That must have been like the most bravest move anyone can ever make, like the most bravest. So I totally understand the guy who was someone to come and collect and did not come and collect. Probably he was waiting for X, you know. He probably couldn't have said it himself, or couldn't have said it, maybe it's best I wait for X to come and collect, okay? Because for now, I'm terrified to ever attempt to go there by myself. Honestly, I feel like that could have been the best answer of them all, is that they are afraid, he's afraid. So anyways, guys, guys, I don't know, what do you all think? I think you will also should comment down below and tell me exactly what do you think about this whole thinging, this whole situation right here, or rather about just, you know, the black people, guys. I feel so bad because I know that if in our black communities we were never experiencing such problems that we're experiencing with friends, with neighbors, with the relationships, with, you know, I know that probably we're gonna just be having a better community where shows like X-repo are not needed. So shows like X-repo are highly in demand, and we highly appreciate them, even Modular, for making X-repo, because it does help black people a lot. Okay, it's one thing to be scammed by a dealer, maybe a car dealer, a shop, you know. It's one thing. It's another to be scammed by people that you know, people who are close to you. It's another, you know. Anyway, guys, this definitely does bring me to the end of the review. If you do love and enjoy our reviews, you will most likely give this video a huge thumbs up. And I will see you on the next one, when of course I am bringing you more reviews. Till then, please do stay blessed, and I love you.